everyone. Welcome to another episode of your favorite show, the Get Through Show. Today, we have an amazing topic to discuss. And today, it seems we're going to have a full house. So today's topic is, why do women don't live an abusive relationship? Why can't women live an abusive relationship? That is very deep and very thoughtful. So sit there with your popcorn, whatever, get comfortable. I'll see you guys in a jiffy. Don't touch that down. Welcome back, guys. Today's topic, you guys already know. And the guests are here seated. And on my far left, it's your boy, Ori. And on my immediate left is someone I haven't seen in a long time, Yoli. Yeah, I missed your smile though.
Oh, thank you.
You look so beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, so guys, on my right hand side, it's your boy Victor, leveled on eyes.
Welcome, guys.
So guys, today, why don't women live abusive relationship? Yoli.
Oh, why are you starting with me?
I just want to know why women don't live. First of all, like, what is an abusive relationship to you?
I was also about to want us to maybe tap into that, because then we can understand why they don't leave. Because sometimes they might not see it as abuse. So I think we have to clearly identify what it is to women that is justified as abuse. Correct. Yeah. So
remember also, I want to ask quickly. Sorry, I just want to interject quickly. So, what you're trying to say is, abuse is personified.
Yes.
Because
correct.
What I see as abuse, another woman may not see it as abuse.
Correct.
So that's very strong.
The scary thing is that we could easily say that they don't want to leave abusive relationship, but they might not even know that they're in abusive relationships. So it also depends on what we think abuse is, because sometimes abuse is not only physical. I think with women, it is when they start to experience the physical side, and also not only just lightly, when they aggressively experience the physical side, then they start defining this, I am in an abusive relationship. But that relationship has been toxic since day one. That person has been abusing you emotionally, and from the emotional side, they've deprived you of certain things. Then we could hypothetically say they're abusing you financially, and afterwards they see that you are an easy target, then they start abusing you, physically, and then it just gets to a state where, because somebody can attack you physically and you still end up being with them, I think it starts to be a mental situation, because obviously you're meant to leave at that stage. You know what I mean? And then it's just like mental abuse.
Okay, Yoli, I know you're very versatile with topics like this. So I want us to go from, wow, like you mentioned something and I started thinking about, so someone can be abused financially.
Yes, someone can be abused financially.
Okay,
can I explain?
Yeah.
There's two types of ways that you can abuse someone financially. You can abuse someone financially where you take away their independence, right? And you want to only be the one who gives them the thing. You know what I mean? And them having the understanding that that kind of lifestyle or whatever it is that they can live off is only received through you. You don't want that person to go and work. You want that person to be at home in an unhealthy way, in the sense that that person wants to go and work, but you don't want them to go and work.
And initially, hold on, Vic. And initially, this person is a doing person.
Correct. This person is somebody who has a career. They want to do something. They can't sit in the house the whole time. But
hold on. Yeah. No, hold Victor, just hold it. Now, I'll come to you, just hold it. Hold it. Yeah, no, just hold it, Yoli. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, make your point, sorry. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to continue.
No. There's something that you're saying that is very interesting to me. Do you know sometimes a man can just want to be the person that gives go ahead on top of what you are supposed to do normally.
But that is being controlling.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying. She's just going to that direction, and then it comes to my mind.
In the sense of finances, you have to ask them for money at all the time, even for necessities. They just want that power and that authority that you are saying, can I please have this amount of money? And they have the power to say that no, you may not, or yes, you can. you know, and that's maybe can be seen as financial abuse. You
Okay,
know?
okay. Like I've got a lot of questions for you.
Okay.
I just need you to be ready. Ori, we women getting abused, and now Ori, you as a man, what do you see as abuse? Like, how do you identify it? How do you define abuse? Like, what is abuse for you?
Well, to me, there are two types of maybe my own definition, right? Like maybe physically abused, emotionally abused. Those are the two major ones that I feel like it's hard. Now, if you are being deprived for some things in your relationship, I think you should be able to talk it through. That's communication. That's if you are feeling it. Because what you don't like, you don't condone.
But remember also, like for example, when we classify somebody to be an abuser, you have no relationship of communication with that person.
Before you get to that stage of being abused.
It's just they're called an abuser. Whether they're abusing you, if they're abusing you emotionally or they're depriving things from you, there is no room for you to open for communication. Because that person doesn't allow you to communicate. If somebody allows you to communicate, they would never be classified as an abuser because you'd probably solve it at communication.
Well, I still, you are right, but I still feel if you are going into a relationship with your partner, that your partner must be your friend.
Okay,
And
no, no.
often
Yoli,
abusers are not,
hold on.
because
Okay,
they're
Ori,
so
Ori, wait. Okay, I
manipulative.
think I'm seeing where Ori is
Yeah.
going to. Okay, Ori,
Yes,
Ori.
yes.
So what Ori is trying to say now is, you need to learn your person before you go into any deep thing with them. Okay,
yeah.
Ori. So I want to ask this question, Ori, right now. Yoli, do people grow into becoming an abuser? Like in terms of, let's say we are having a thing. I was the right person for you, you were the right person for me, and we decide to come together. Can I suddenly change to be abusing you?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
Ori.
definitely.
So which means if that is the case, Ori, which means the initial communication is really not enough.
Yeah.
The knowing. Yeah.
It's not enough. Two, before, okay, it leads to that thing, there must be something going on. There is miscommunication, there is something that happened.
So you're talking about signs.
Change, people change. No agreement. And sometimes you may think I've changed, but I've not changed. Do you know why? Maybe during our courtship, we don't stay together, we are not living together. You think you know it all about me, you don't know. Until we get to inside the same house, living together for 1 year, 2 years, you begin to see some things and you feel like, as these guys change. No, that is his true self. But when it comes to now abusive, I'm not saying, if the person is beating you, doing everything, leave. But if it's emotionally and you feeling hot, it happens everywhere. You understand me? If you can engage with the person, or the person must have one person that he listens to or her, and you engage and they talk it through. As long as you have communication in a relationship, I feel it will address everything. Because majority of the age people that have been holding marriage, when they tells you, they didn't tell you marriage is going to be easy. They also pass through one or two things, right? But as long as the emotional blackmailing is there, if you can talk it through, don't keep quiet. That is the only thing that I see our people are doing, which is our women. They like to keep it maybe because of their children or one thing or the other. So that is why we are telling them to speak out. To speak out.
Okay, Ori. Yeah, Vic.
Why and how should a guy be abusive to his spouse? I asked,
Why and how?
yes, why would a man be abusive to his spouse? Like, what could make him to be abusive? Because earlier on we said you're in a good relationship, right?
But sorry, sometimes you need to know it's not only men.
That can be
No,
abusive.
now allow me to.
But we're speaking about men now.
I'm trying to get somewhere. We are fine. We live in fine, happily. And all of a sudden, I turn to be abusive to you. what do you think that makes me to be abusive? Because why? I cannot just be abusive. I'm not abusive when we started. I don't know if you're getting my point.
That was why I said something is missing.
Can we just relax a bit? Because the reason why I asked is because now we're talking about women, right? Why don't they leave abusive relationship? We have been together for years. I was not abusive. And then all of a sudden, you start noticing that I'm abusive. Like, can we just touch the reason why am I abusive at the first place?
But abuse shouldn't have any reason. Nobody should have
That is it.
reasons to abuse one another.
How do you think so?
Can I also say something quickly? I wanted to say it when Ori was still speaking. Also, at the very same time that women, right, might not know that they're in an abusive relationship, it's the same that some men, they actually don't know that they are abusive. You know that. And sometimes also, abuse comes in all forms. It begins with the simplest things, you know. It starts from jealousy, impatience, like a guy starts to be impatient, and then they have that aggression, because obviously when you're impatient, it's a self thing. It doesn't mean that other person is causing harm to you. So you have an aggression that you can't give out to that person, right? So you create an energy that makes you take out that aggression on something else. You know what I mean? So it's like, for example, let's say a guy wants a female to be at a certain place, like not physical place, but like with herself, you know, to be somewhere. And he likes this girl and they have a good thing going. He's been so patient. They've been building this relationship, but he starts to notice this girl is not actually getting there. You understand? She doesn't get the bigger picture of where he wants them to be as a couple. So he starts being impatient towards her. So he starts having this internal aggression that he can't address. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you can't tell someone, oh, you're not smart enough. You're not, you know, those are the things that you can't say to someone. But you can experience that this relationship is not moving in the direction I want. So they start building that anger internally, right? That they also can't channel where it is. Then they start this is sometimes the root of abusiveness.
Then it still starts from communication, because I'm also married. And we are learning, not as if I'm still learning, I'm still a baby. But one thing I've come to realize, like 2-3 things that I don't really pay attention, not as if I didn't grow up with people. Number one, my wife always, when she feel like she's not happy about whatever I do, she made me understand. And there is no way the woman will tell you 1, 2, 3 every day. You know she doesn't like this thing. So by doing that, you will be trying to check yourself.
Can I ask you a question?
Because
A man,
because there is
you see, a
communication
woman
there.
can communicate that, but if you as a man don't like something that a woman does, how do you
Listen,
communicate?
listen,
Because there will be, is there no courtship before all these things? I know this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. I know where I came from. I came from polygamous family, and I don't want to go back there. So the communication will be building us.
Okay, I want us to solve this way. Ori, I get your point, but I think now what I need you to be where we are.
Yes. Okay.
Now, Ori, if for a woman to speak to a man, or a man to speak to each other, and you change, you're not an abuser. Now we are into the people who are already being abused currently. So wait now. So I'm saying now that. So why are women not living a ready-made, like now we've actually narrowed it down to this person is an abuse, like
Because
this
we are
person
all
is
abusive.
abused.
Sorry,
Yeah, we are.
Leave
But
that,
the
sorry.
abuse,
It's
if you are
because
saying,
we are
if you
both
want
in
us- is it
denial.
physically?
It's denial. The reason why we don't leave is denial. I'm in denial that you're abusing me, and you in denial that you are the abuser, right? And wherever we communicate, right, to people which we trust in our circles, you go and communicate different frustrations that frustrate you about me, right? And you communicate and you channel your anger in something where you can justify, right? Then Vic starts to say, you have a point, but you should talk to her. Then I channel my anger like, no, but he's aggressive. He hits me and he pushes me. And I'm not going to say he hits me hard or
At the end
I'm
of
not
the
going
day,
to,
you guys
I'm just
are
going
not
to say
talking this
he
thing
hits me, he
in your
pushes me.
house. You
So
are still
another
telling
person
people.
thinks, it's a light thing. I heard where he's coming from. He was angry because he explained that.
Do you know the reason why it seems like you want to leave because you've been in abusive relationship is because either two partners are very stubborn. You know why? there's some certain things that we can sort out amicably.
Yeah.
Okay, now guys, you guys, you guys are as far as this wait,
I
wait,
understand your
as far as this topic,
You are in a relationship and you are being abused, physically beaten or emotionally that you think you cannot control. The only solution is to speak out. When you speak out, get a counselor for yourself, even if the man or the woman is not.
okay, guys.
Sir, if you don't speak out,
Ori, wait, Ori and Vic, wait, Ori and Vic. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Ori and Vic, only Yoli is staying on the topic.
I think you haven't even asked me anything.
But all the points we've been making is not into what we're now. I need to understand, guys. We've established somebody who is an abuser.
Yes.
Now I'm asking you guys, why can't a woman leave? I'm not asking what is the cause of the abuse. Why can't I'm coming or how can it be resolved? Yes, so hold on. So why can't women leave?
then I told you physically that if I told you earlier, if you listen to my statement, I said in our society, I'm not talking about every other person, most especially black or where I grew up from.
Women don't want to leave because of their children.
Children, that's the major important thing.
Okay, Ori, wait, then. Vic, I want to hear you. Why can't they leave?
Okay. Like Yoli said earlier, it takes courage, right? And I'm gonna touch where Ori is coming from also, because I'm from that cycle whereby we see people that want to live with their children, that they failed the marriage or whatsoever that is going on, right? But that's not the case. The case is, if you really can't take it anymore, kindly leave. Because why? Because why?
Why can't they leave, Victor?
That's the thing. Either because of the kids, and also Ori, know you that there is also people, maybe they're not, there is no kids yet. So you can't say that they're not gonna leave because
Majority, when you look at the statistics, if whatever we are saying is the majority, because we've seen women that don't speak out once they have children and they are being abused.
Ori, but I have a problem, and Yoli, I have a problem with
like
people
it's
who
not
use.
about children.
I have a problem.
They're
I have a
using
problem. Wait,
children as
wait.
an
No, not
not
even
to
excuse.
leave.
No, I have a problem with
No, it's not
everybody
about children.
that uses our parents' marriage to make an example. I don't want to listen to them.
but
Our parents were abused. Our parents' marriage did not work. They were just staying.
And they didn't,
We are
and they
telling
didn't have
when you
healthy,
go ask
and,
when you go ask
and
them,
that
when
affected
you go
us
ask them,
because
when
we
you
don't
go
have
ask
healthy
them now, they will
relationships
still be
because of those
telling you-
relationships.
The answer you will be getting when you go ask our parents now, they will be telling you, this man, I have 4 children. Where do I take them to? Go ask. That's the majority of the answer.
I get your point. Yes, I see. I want to believe.
They should speak out.
I want to
think that
believe.
was decades ago. In the modern days, that's not the case. Because first and foremost, today we know that it is unhealthy for our kids to stay in an unhealthy
And that's why we are
marriage.
speaking now. But the question was,
It's actually
why are they
unhealthy.
staying there?
That's why I'm saying it's not the children that they're staying there for. Because
so Ori,
in
Yoli is
today's
saying
age,
that
they
coming
know
to
it
this
could
generation-
definitely.
But you cannot
they know they
listen.
can definitely
How
not
many
give,
this
give that
generation
relation
you are
because
talking
About when you are talking about this generation, how many people are this generation? The millennials are from 80s now.
No, let's
The,
talk about
hold on,
this
bro.
generation.
I'm just telling you, the 80s are still
Way
part of
back.
the old people to they still share part of the experience. Don't get me wrong, things are changing. But I'm still telling you, as of
changed a long
today,
time ago.
it doesn't see Yoruba people say, ole lasho bi agba, ole lakisa bi agba. You see the population of those, they never die finish. That's still the majority. When you still go meet, your mama still there now. My mama still there now. You understand? So we just the born. This is our own generation now. I'm still telling you the majority in Africa, mostly, when you go ask them why they did not live an abusive marriage, they will tell you if they are children.
Okay, Ori, I'm gonna disagree with you from this point now. Now, Ori, Ori, it is in this generation, Yoli, that we were able to define abuse.
Correct.
Our parents never saw it
So
as
as
abuse.
Thank you.
So hold on, guys, hold on.
Got it.
You may tell me social media make it more popular, but don't tell me they did not know it's an abuse because hold on, listen, because some of them they go to family meeting that is not on social media. That my husband they beat me, My husband no dey drop money.
A family
What-
meeting
what are
that
they told
the
them?
chief
That you
president of the
must-
meeting
Correct.
also beat his wife.
Yes.
We are telling you this. What we are saying now is that don't tell me that this generation defined it. Don't tell me this generation defined it. It has been there long time ago.
Sorry, what solution comes out from those meetings?
Now,
To stay in the marriage, to stay with your husband,
the solution
to take the abuse. It's
Our
not seen as
solution-
abuse.
the same we are
They told in those meetings to listen to the
The
man.
question is, why are they not living? So whatever I'm saying, why are they not living? You understand what I'm saying? If you are looking for solution, we will talk about solution.
Not solution now. Ori, you're not listening.
Yeah, no, sorry, or can I say something? No, we're not saying that. We are talking now. Remember, we said our parents didn't define it as abuse. That's where we are
They
now.
defined it. I'm still telling you they defined it.
How
That
did
is,
they
if they
define
don't
it?
define it,
Sorry, how?
Baba, if they don't define it, you will still see when we they grow up.
I will interject there.
Bruh, we see some people that are being abused in their relationship, in their marriage, and their parents will go to their house and pack their property and bring it to their own home.
When did we start saying that?
We've seen it in our generation.
Yes, so that is the generation she's talking about.
Young generation doesn't mean say wow. People wey old pastors when we are growing up. That's what I'm telling you. When they grow up, people that fight, when they say they don't get their eyes, they don't get, their parents will come and pack their load. When they don't settle and take them from that abuse. It has been happening for a long time.
I mean,
But we are
the point
telling
is,
you
it's-
now, that is coming up doesn't mean it has not been happening. That's my question.
Coming out in a ratio of 1 to 10 in your own
Whatever they do now is not new under heaven. That's what I want you to know.
I'm not saying it is.
What we are saying is that we are now telling you, just as if we dey say rape dey happen for somewhere, it dey happen everywhere. But now social media has bring it up, and that is what is happening now here. Whatever that happen now in marriage now, we have seen everything in social media. It doesn't mean it don't happen before.
Can I say something?
That's what I'm
Also
saying.
understand that social media is generational. It's our new thing. So it happens with generation. Social media is introduced by us, meaning it's an our generation thing. Our old parents didn't have social media, so you can't say it's because of social media that it's awareness. It's because we brought social media. It's because of our generation. So it happened within our generation.
Okay, guys, I need to understand this now. I don't want anybody saying that our parents or we or this or that. Guys, we've established abuse. And I think, Yoli, I think they made you forget. I think you're at the point where you're trying to say that our generation don't want to leave. I'm waiting for someone to give me that. I've seen people who don't want to leave abusive relationship because of finance. Because the person they are with abusing them are doing some certain things for them.
Correct.
And they feel like if I leave, who is they want to keep up with the standard of life.
Correct.
Now,
Yes,
they want to, so
Correct.
the people are in abusive relationship whereby whoever that is abusing them, not that they enjoy what's going on there, but because the person can afford the Birkin bag that I can post on the gram.
Correct.
The person can afford the trip that I, so hence why I
take
listen
that
to,
hit.
there is a word that I hate most that a lot of women speak these days. They say it is better, and I see that even older women are now using the word.
Yes,
It is better to cry in Dubai,
Than to cry
than to cry in Kailita. Like you can see how myopic and how mental
Yes, it's sick.
derailed people
It's
have
sick.
been.
It's sick.
But
It's
now,
denial.
look, Lily, I'm with you all through today. But Vic, I need you. I've not heard your opinion. I don't want you to go. Wait, I don't want you to go to Yoli. I don't want you to go to Ori. I need you to. This is Vic. Why are they not leaving?
I've said it before.
Why, children?
No.
What?
People have differences. People have preferences why they don't want to leave. You just mentioned one, but if you said some people don't want to leave because they can't cope financially. They can't do the things they used to do when they are in that relationship. Some people don't want to leave because of what people will say out there, which is something that I don't even understand why you can't leave, because you now focusing on what people gonna say.
So in your own word,
In my own words, people do that. They don't want to leave because they don't want people to talk about them. They don't want people to gossip about them. But at the end of the day, you die there. The same people will ask, why didn't you leave? But now you're making yourself not to leave because you don't want your friends to say, you failed this relationship, you failed this marriage.
societal.
That obviously. And then let's not leave about the kids. There's some people, they do it. They still do it. They don't want to leave because who's going to take care of my child? They go to their family. The father, the mother will tell you, why did you come back? You need to sort it out. You need to fix it. You need to fix it. But you have been trying to fix it. It doesn't work.
But Ori, I won't lie to you guys, and I need you guys to know this fact, Vic. Children from the 80s and 90s, I don't think they will stay because of a child. Because they don't even want to take that responsibility. But now, Yoli, here is where I am.
Yeah.
Youth like us, our generation, and is in an abusive relationship right now.
Sorry?
Youth and people, our viewers, maybe someone there's an abusive relationship right now. I need you to, maybe he or she doesn't even know.
Yeah.
I need you to give us a template, a picture
Correct.
of someone who is in an abusive space.
Yes. I think somebody who is in an abusive state is somebody who does not have a voice in a relationship, right? And it's in any form of way. If you define yourself as that relationship, that on its own is not healthy. And usually that's what causes us not to live in those relationships, because you cannot be a yoli. You are a yoli in that relationship, and you don't know how a yoli is outside of that relationship. I think the biggest thing that we are facing right now, and to answer your question, is that most of us, right, we define ourselves with material things, what society thinks, that you should be married, having a household, having a husband and a husband and a wife household environment with kids, or you should be striving, independent, having a big house and changing multiple partners. Like how you seen, you want to fit in how society views what is a lifestyle. So you try to find boxes of what lifestyles are, and you put yourself in those boxes, and every time it doesn't work, you become so fixated that you stay for unhealthy reasons. And that's why people, you'll find, they don't leave, whether they're married, whether they're dating, or whether they are in whatever commitment they're in. They don't leave those relationships because they've identified themselves within those boxes. They've defined in the society that this is who I am, and I will die until proving that this is who I am. Without them finding their own identity, you being a yoli in and outside that relationship, whether I leave, whether I'm not in a fully husband and wife family, I'm still a yoli being single. Whether I'm in just having a partner without marriage, and that's what we're deciding, I'm still a yoli in that relationship. Whether I'm an independent woman, I'm a single parent, and I'm doing my own thing, I'm still Yolisa. That doesn't change. Society has nothing on who I am. They're just viewing my life. So don't try to fit your life living according to society, because those are one of the reasons that will cause you not to live unhealthy relationships. Whether you're in a relationship for finances, you're never going to leave that relationship because you want to prove to society that I've made it in life because I'm driving a Range Rover or a Porsche or whatever, and you stay in that unhealthy relationship. Even if the man is not abusive there, but you don't want to be in that relationship, you're there for financial reasons. So let's start defining ourselves as who we are as individuals. So whatever predicament in life that you're in, you are still the same person that you are.
Wow,
Identify yourself.
that is amazing.
And you should never have to fit in a box of society. So you shouldn't worry whether you are in or out or wherever you are. You'll still be yourself.
Ori, I'm in an abusive relationship right now, and I'm watching you. Transition me.
Speak out. If you're in an abusive relationship, physically abused, speak out to someone. And if you speak out to someone, get a counselor. And if you, because that's the best way, you have to speak out. That's the only way for you to find a solution. Speak out.
And while you're doing that, leave in the process of speaking.
Speak out.
I also agree to that. Leave.
Yeah. While you
Victor,
entered, leave as well.
Transition me.
Yeah, you have to leave because. But first and foremost, before you leave, try to fix it. If it doesn't work, leave.
I don't want people trying to
I
fix
don't
it.
want people fixing unhealthy relationships. What are you fixing there?
Oh, for things that are little. But then even that is also kind of funny, because something that is little to me may actually be huge to you. And I think it's going to be little.
It will be hard for the abuse we are talking about. Because if it's about financial, something like she said, if the lady or the guy is willing to work and both of them are still willing to learn, if I still love you and I still want to be with you, I feel we will always talking and getting things through. That's what I feel.
If you are with a partner that is ready to build with you.
Ready. And that is part of define yourself.
After an abusive relationship or before?
The abusive we are talking about, what kind of abusive? Is it the, if you are talking about the financial now, it's something they can still discuss and talk it through. But if the man insists he's not going, that is why we talk, right? You
What
speak.
about physical?
The physical, that's why I said, walk out, talk it through. That's what I said.
And emotional?
You,
And emotional?
and emotional, is this something you can discuss if the
No,
person...
do you know that people are in
Bruh,
emotional
because
relationships?
everything doesn't come quickly. Leave. If only the person is not, even Christ gave you only of a grace. If the person is willing not to learn, that means he's already close of the relationship. Baka. Okay. But if as long as two of us are still ready to learn from each other and cope and change things, it still means as long as we are communicating and you see that this guy is ready to learn, but we come from this end out. That is what I'm saying. So that is why I say if we are going to be specific, physically abuse, Ogbeni, Japa, because me too, I don't do it. But there are some other abusive that you talked about, which we can still discuss. That's what I'm saying.
Guys, thank you so much, guys. I hope you've learned one or two. These guys have given you their own opinion, but for me, if it's an abusive relationship and you've identified from what everyone has spoken about, please just leave. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you're stick with us. Like it's quite intense, emotional. It's still going on and on backstage. This guy has a lot of things to say, and I just hope as many in an abusive relationship, I hope you find a way. I hope the higher power comes through for you. But like the rest of the guys said, you all heard Yoli, don't box yourself with social media standard. If you have been able to identify an abuse in what this guy said, or you're in an abusive relationship, she said, and I quite agree with her, find a space of separation. If your partner or the person is trying to, work on themselves, separate while they work on themselves, and you will know if the person really has changed and wants you back. So shout out to, everyone out there that is in an healthy relationship, and for, people who are also in an abusive one. It's quite emotional, and I have a lot of things running in my head. I hope higher power shines light through your path, and you're able to learn one or two things or the other in this episode. So thank you so much, guys, for sticking with us. We would like to hear your opinion, your comments in the comment section. Please share if this episode can lift someone up. Share, tell a friend to tell a friend, and we hope we're able to transition you out of whatever situation you are in. So thank you so much. We love you guys from Girl Tree Show, and we'll see you in the next episode. Shout out to God.